gave birth to my son, my was huge. And the reason why my was so huge, because I almost gained 20. And you already know my already have some shots. August, I did surgery because a lot of people thought that as soon as I gave birth, I got my body done. No, 95% of my bioperimeters. But of course, right, they took it out of me, but they still had to shape my butt because they took a lot of shots out. So my butt is a little fluffy now.
Welcome back to Juicy Pulse, your daily dose of scandal and glamour. Let's spill the tea on today's biggest celebrity stories. People out here looking like straight-up detectives, calling out Cardi B's BBL, and now Stefon Diggs just lit the match on the whole situation. He basically confirmed what the street's been whispering for years: her body might be snatched, but something ain't sitting right. After her Coachella performance went viral, but for all the wrong reasons, folks started saying her BBL looked off. And now it's looking like Stefon's finally done playing cover-up. Out of nowhere, Stefon popped back up with his ex like nothing ever happened. And let's be real, this ain't the first time people been talking wild about Cardi's surgery. We ain't body shaming, let's make that clear. But people been throwing major shade, saying the vibes are off, like there's something not fresh going on. And if Stefon dipped because of that, then yeah, it's getting ugly. Cardi's not taking it quietly either. In true Cardi style, she's been snapping at fans left and right. She's calling people out, clapping back hard after Stefon supposedly walked away from her. The whole thing is embarrassing and straight up messy. What started as regular gossip is now spiraling into straight up drama, and fans swear it's starting to stink, literally. Now, Cardi's body has always been a hot topic online. People stay speculating. And in her defense, one reason people stay talking about Cardi's body is because she's always been pretty open about getting work done. She never really hid it. And whether folks love it or hate it, her body still gets people talking. But here's the thing, when you keep going under the knife, it gets hard to know when to stop. People say it's becoming like an obsession. And now fans are saying her look is getting botched. Things exploded during Coachella weekend when this pic of Cardi started flying all over the internet, and not in a good way. She tried to shut it down, claiming the photo was edited or fake, but everyone knows Getty Images doesn't touch their pictures. What they post is raw and unedited, straight facts. So now people were like, if that's the real her, then what's going on? Cardi fired back real quick and posted another pic of herself, and no lie, it looked clean, but fans weren't buying it. They swore she used heavy Photoshop to cover up what they called a botched appearance in real life. Suddenly, everyone had something to say, zooming in and breaking down her body like it was some kind of investigation. And of course, Cardi clapped back hard. She started dragging people who came for her BBL, calling them ugly and broke like always. It turned into a straight-up war in the comments section, and the mess just kept getting louder. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, boom, it did. The streets are buzzing heavy, saying not only did Cardi's look cause problems, but there's talk that her hygiene's part of the reason Stefon Diggs straight up bounced. Sources are claiming their relationship hit the wall because he couldn't handle the smell anymore. Wild, right? That's the kind of rumor you can't unhear. But it gets even more savage. He didn't just leave. He ran right back to his ex like he never even left. And guess what? She welcomed him back with open arms. She wasted no time posting cozy pics of them hugged up, looking real comfortable like they never missed a beat. And she didn't stop there. She even dropped screenshots of their texts, showing they've been in contact the whole time. Fans started putting two and two together and said what we're all thinking. Was she his backup plan the whole time he was with Cardi? Cause the way that convo looked, it didn't sound like someone reconnecting after weeks of silence. It sounded ongoing. Then she hit the internet with a bold statement. I hate winning Naraz act like he wasn't just crashing. I'll be a stalker, but I'll let them have social media and play my part so he can get his clout. Phew. She even said, I don't post him. I be with him in real life and we be doing it raw. Straight shots fired. Now people are running wild with it, saying the smell and that BBL might have been what pushed Stefon out the door. Whether it's facts or just talk, this whole thing is nasty, and the internet is eating it up. I ain't saying it's facts because I don't got the receipts, but if it's true, that's wild. Still, nobody's really shocked. Because if there's one thing we do know about Cardi, it's that she loves her some plastic surgery. And that sit-down area might be catching the heat from all those tweaks. But let's be real. Plastic surgery in Hollywood is basically like ordering takeout at this point. Almost every celeb out there has had something done, but they stay playing the game, acting like it's all contour tricks, gym workouts, or some magic kale smoothie. Suddenly everyone's vegan or doing face yoga, like that's what gave them a brand new jawline overnight. Not naming names, but come on. Some of these transformations ain't coming from just green juice and downward dog. Now, Cardi's in a different lane. Unlike most of these stars who act brand new and pretend they were born with snatched waists and perfect curves, Cardi's been real from the jump. She's openly admitted to getting her body done. BBLs, enhancements, the whole deal. And she doesn't try to sugarcoat it either. That's actually one reason people respect her. She's even warned girls to think twice before jumping under the knife. She said it straight. This stuff ain't all glam, and it can go wrong. And for a long time, she kept it all the way 100, and fans were here for it. But now, people online are starting to wonder if she's pushing it too far. Like, when does it stop? That's the question echoing all over the timeline, and it's got people watching closely. Lately, fans been side-eyeing Cardi's look again, saying it's changing, and not in a good way. People are starting to wonder if all those tweaks, nips, and tucks are finally catching up to her. These days, she doesn't talk about it as much, but the real ones who followed her from way back know there's history behind why she started going under the knife in the first place. It wasn't just vanity, it ran deep. Cardi's opened up before about growing up in a world where the standard of beauty was all about being thick. Big booty, big chest, snatched waist, that was the ideal. And she just didn't fit that picture. She grew up skinny, and in her environment, that wasn't seen as cute. It was seen as a problem. While other girls were getting hyped up for their curves, Cardi felt like the odd one out. She wasn't just overlooked, she was teased, picked on. People made her feel like her body wasn't good enough, and those words stuck. That kind of stuff doesn't just roll off your back, it chips away at your self-esteem over time. She said it herself. Being the only one around who didn't have that thick girl body made her feel invisible, like something was wrong with her. So when she finally had the chance to change that, she took it. But now, with fans saying her appearance keeps shifting, some are wondering if the emotional scars from way back never fully healed. And that's the part nobody's really talking about. Things started shifting for Cardi when she stepped into the strip club scene, but not in the way most people would expect. Joining the club didn't magically boost her confidence or make her feel like a baddie overnight. At first, it was rough. When she began dancing, she still had that slim frame. And in that world, curves were cash. Being thick wasn't just a look, it was the standard. So once again, Cardi found herself on the outside looking in. Skinny girls weren't getting the same attention or tips, and after years of being teased and made to feel like she wasn't enough, this just hit even harder. That pressure, it was real, and it pushed her closer to the decision that would change everything. Eventually, Cardi stacked up enough money to go under the knife for the first time. A breast augmentation. She was only 18, and for a moment, it gave her what she'd been chasing for years. A little boost of confidence, a glimpse of the version of herself she wanted to be. She finally started to feel like she was turning into that girl. But here's the thing, if you know anything about plastic surgery, you know it's rarely just a one-time thing. It's a slippery slope. Not only can it be emotionally addictive, but physically too, because those enhancements need maintenance, touch-ups, sometimes even full-on do-overs. And for someone like Cardi, who already carried deep-rooted insecurities about her body, that first procedure opened the door. Once she saw what it could do, how it could reshape not just her figure, but her self-worth. It was only the beginning. Once Cardi realized she could fix parts of her body she didn't like, it got easier and easier to keep going back. Even though that first surgery gave her a little boost, it didn't solve everything. She was still making way less money than the thicker girls in the club because she still had a flat booty, and in that world, that meant less attention, less cash, less everything. To make it worse, Cardi was also going through heartbreak at the time. Her boyfriend was cheating on her, and in her mind, the reason was crystal clear. The other girl had more curves, more body, more of what she thought she was missing. She told herself, if I had a bigger butt, maybe he wouldn't have gone looking for someone else. But here's the hard truth. Cardi was just 20 years old, living in New York back in 2011. She didn't have the kind of money to afford a legit plastic surgeon. And since she was still super skinny, she didn't even qualify for a proper BBL because those use your own body fat. So instead of going the safe route, she made a dangerous decision. Cardi paid just $800 to a woman named Donna Francis, someone who was doing illegal silicone injections out of back rooms. Cardi got injections in her butt and thighs, thinking it would finally give her the shape she wanted.
But that name, Donna Francis, ain't just some random. She later made headlines after one of her clients died during one of those shady procedures. The whole thing blew up into a massive legal case. Donna was arrested, locked up, and exposed for running an illegal silicone injection operation.
Cardi made it out, but barely. Thankfully, Cardi made it out of that shady procedure alive, but let's not act like she came out untouched. She didn't get off easy. In fact, she later told GQ magazine all about the wild side effects. "They don't numb your butt or anything," she said. "It was the craziest pain ever. I felt like I was gonna pass out." She was dizzy, weak, and worst of all, it was leaking for 5 days straight. After going through all that, Cardi finally took a step back from surgery. At that point, she had the body she'd been chasing for years. That hourglass shape, that Coke bottle frame, it was finally hers. And for a little while, she didn't feel the need to keep slicing, injecting, or shaping anything else. But let's be real, peace doesn't last long in Hollywood. Fast forward to 2019, and everything changed again. After giving birth to her daughter, Culture, Cardi started struggling with postpartum changes. Her body wasn't the same, and like a lot of new moms, that hit hard. But instead of sitting in it, she went right back under the knife. She got another round of surgery to fix what changed with breastfeeding, and then topped it off with liposuction to get rid of the leftover baby weight. But this is where things took a turn, and not in a good way. Cardi didn't let her body heal. She was booked back-to-back, shows, events, red carpets, and instead of resting like she should have, she jumped right back into work. No downtime, no recovery, just straight into grind mode, while her body was still fresh off the table. And that came with consequences. Eventually, all that pressure and nonstop hustle caught up to Cardi, and her body started screaming for help. At one point, her feet got so swollen after lipo that she actually posted a pic online. And whew, it was not a good look. Fans were shocked. It was obvious her body had reached its limit. The swelling scared her bad enough that she finally listened to her doctors. They told her to stop performing and rest. And this time, she actually did. That whole experience really shook her. And for a moment, it felt like it changed her whole mindset. She even posted, "I've been working out for the past 2 weeks, 'cause I ain't getting surgery again now." For a while, Cardi really tried to back off the surgery path. After the scary swelling, the pain, and the tough recovery, she seemed ready to play it safe. So when she started getting self-conscious about her nose, she didn't rush into anything. Instead, she tried a non-surgical option, just fillers. But that backfired. The fillers made her nose look off, and she wasn't feeling it at all. Eventually, she went ahead and got a full rhinoplasty to fix it for real. And while that might have seemed like the end of it, of course it wasn't. After giving birth to her son, Wave, in 2021, Cardi started talking about getting a tummy tuck. She said she had loose skin around her stomach from the pregnancy, and no matter how much she hit the gym, it just wasn't going away. But it wasn't just the tummy tuck that had people buzzing. What really had people talking wasn't just the tummy tuck. It was that her booty looked different, like noticeably bigger. All it took was one video she posted, and fans were zooming in, breaking down every angle. Folks started side-eyeing Cardi hard when her body started looking off. Her waist was looking crazy snatched, but her butt, still huge. The proportions weren't adding up, and people noticed fast. Naturally, the internet lit up. Accusations flew in from every corner. People were saying she must have gone back for more shots or had more work done in secret. The comments were wild. Some said she looked too enhanced. Others even called it unhealthy. The timeline was dragging her like it was their job. But you already know, Cardi wasn't about to let that slide. She jumped on IG Live and shut it down. She denied getting more shots, straight up. But at the same time, she didn't fake the funk. She admitted that her butt looked a little weird. She didn't try to act clueless or brush it off like other celebs do. That moment right there, it showed she still keeps it 100. Even when it's messy. It's pretty clear Cardi's got regrets. You can tell from the way she speaks on it now. She's warned young women not to follow in her footsteps or rush into surgery like she did back in the day. She's not glamorizing it. She's owning the mistakes. And that's rare in this game. Cardi's been real vocal about one thing lately: regret. And not just in a passing oops kind of way. She's been seriously trying to warn younger girls who look up to her. She said if she could go back, she would have waited, thought it through, and done things differently. That pressure to look a certain way messed with her head from early on. And now she's trying to undo the damage, both physically and mentally. In fact, she even admitted to getting some of her work reversed. Yup, she revealed that she had her butt implants taken out, said they were making her uncomfortable, and she was done trying to keep up with a body image that was never really hers to begin with. It was a bold move, and fans had mixed reactions. Some praised her for being honest, while others still critiqued her for changing too much. But either way, it's clear Cardi's trying to evolve. She's not that same girl chasing curves in back alley clinics anymore. She's older now, a mom, and learning the hard way that beauty trends come and go. But the side effects, those stick around. Even with all that, the internet doesn't let up. Every time she steps out, people are still breaking down her face, her waist, her shape, like she's under a microscope 24/7. And no matter how real she keeps it, there's always someone ready to call her fake. But at this point, Cardi's fighting to take back control of her own image. Surgery, scars, and all. Even with everything Cardi's gone through, the spotlight on her body just won't dim. It's like, no matter what she says or does, people stay obsessed with picking her apart. Whether she's performing, posting selfies, or just showing up at an event, the comments always hit the same. She looks different. What did she change now? Something's off. And it's exhausting. The craziest part? A lot of the same folks who praised her curves before are the ones dragging her now. Social media flips on people fast, and Cardi's learned that the hard way. One day it's love, the next it's full-blown shade. But she's never been the type to sit quiet. She claps back, she calls people out, and sometimes she even breaks down because it gets real heavy. Behind all the glam and Instagram filters, there's still a woman dealing with a ton of pressure. Pressure to look good, to stay relevant, to bounce back fast after having kids, to be everything, all at once. And when your image is part of your brand, that pressure hits different. Now, Cardi's trying to shift the conversation. She's opening up more about the pain behind the procedures, the mental toll, and how fame magnifies every insecurity. She's not pretending to have it all together. She's owning the mess, the mistakes, and the moments she wishes she could erase. And even though she's still in the public eye, you can tell she's tired of chasing approval, the surgeries, the edits, the comments. She's done trying to be perfect for everyone else. Now, she's just trying to be real, and that might be the boldest move she's ever made. So yeah, it's been known for a minute now, Cardi's BBL just isn't giving like it used to. She's been trying to tweak it, fix it, do damage control, but let's keep it real. Once things start going south with surgery, it's not always easy to bounce back. And somewhere along the line, the rumors got ugly. Word on the street, it allegedly started smelling so bad that Stefon Diggs couldn't take it anymore. He dipped and went straight back to his ex. But let's not act like Stefon's some saint either. If we're being honest, he's basically Offset 2.0, same toxic energy, just in a different jersey. This dude's got a whole reputation. He's been caught playing games before, and not just with Cardi. Young Miami even dropped him like a hot potato because he couldn't quit running around. They were linked for a quick second, but then Miami posted, "I can't fall in love now. I'm young, rich, outside, and single." That tweet said everything. So honestly, Stefon might have been planning to ghost Cardi no matter what. The whole BBL stank talk could have just been a convenient exit plan for a guy who never planned on sticking around in the first place. Now the big question is, was Cardi really the problem here? Or was Stefon just another clout-chasing player using the drama as cover? Because one thing's for sure, in this mess, nobody looks clean. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay in the loop with all the latest tea. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll catch you in the next video.